Hello again. So it's only been a week since the last video, but in that time I thought I'd give a little update. I've been working on implementing the terrain rendering. Specifically, it's the .adt file that I'm reading in and rendering the terrain tiles with. Um, so I actually managed to get it so that you can supply a given terrain file, and the height map is then used to generate the floor, as well as the textures on that height map are read in as well. So this is just my terrain testing scene. Um, we can see that we've got the four different layers, the texture layers. We've got dirt, we've got the stone, and there's actually grass and grass with flowers. So those are the four layers, and there's also some alpha mask layers as well going on to blend between them. And that is what creates this. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There were some challenges, but I managed to use Nogget as a reference when implementing this. So it was very helpful to have the source code to that at hand. Um, Now I've got it in the editor. I can generate terrain files with a little ADT loader that I've got. So just to show how I've set things up for editing, I can clear a tile and generate it and all of that. And yeah, each tile has a different coordinate. Now, this was for editing it, but I did want to hook it up to uh, the flow that I've been working on top of. So, um, if you enter the world with a human character that's just been created, like old Bubbles here, you will end up in the correct location. And this location is actually the location that's stored in the database for this character. So the coordinates for this character are being converted into Unity coordinates, and that is also in line with where this tile is also um, being drawn. So might be hard to see, but this spot here is where, if you make a human character, you will start here, and then I believe the first NPC is just over here. So to verify this, we'll go into the retail client, take a look. So we got Bubbles here, human warrior, starting in, and yeah, this it's basic. It looks about right. I hope. Um, but yeah, this is it. So it's the first step. Um, there isn't anything that so. For instance, I still can't move Bubbles on the Unity client just yet. At least not in a way that will save the new position back into the database. Um, but yeah, so it's useful. Now, what helped me in actually making this, I used a couple of tools. So there's this website called wow.tools that has this useful ADT viewer. You can put the grid on here, and you can see how the Eastern Kingdoms is split up into these tiles. And right now, we just created this one when we entered the world with the human. Um, so Yeah, I imagine there's going to be some optimization that's needed to determine how many chunks within this tile get rendered. Um, Probably have like adjacent tiles at least loaded in, and the chunks probably appear based on some distance. But yeah, that's way down the line. But yeah, I guess the main thing was this week I focused on getting the tiles themselves rendered in the game, and this is at least the start of it. But yeah, I hope that was interesting to see. Um, and yeah, I think maybe next week my plan is either I will um, continue to build out the world a bit more, maybe bring in some like M2 model objects or like world like WMO objects, things like the trees or the building, like the abbey, um, all sorts. Maybe that could be something. Or I might try and get rid of this capsule and actually put a character model. Um, we'll see which way the wind blows. I thought getting the terrain in would be pretty cool. But yeah, hope it was interesting. So I'll hopefully try to do these videos a bit more regularly so that I don't forget about it, and actually can share how it went. Um, but yeah, if you've got any questions about it or any suggestions that you'd like to see in upcoming videos, please leave a comment. But yeah, I'll see you next time.